R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get you.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
StarHitRadio.com.
And we're back. Welcome to the Inspirational Lifestyle with Stacey J. And sitting in for Dre is Cinnamon Success.
Yes.
Sin to ends.
Yes.
And we have the beautiful Miss Avery in the building.
Oh, yes.
Thank
and
you.
it's a big building, too.
I
I got
know.
lost in here. It's like a maze.
I know it has so many different floors.
But I'm
and
glad I found you.
I'm glad you did
Me
too.
too.
I'm so excited to have you here. I'm not a big, like starstruck, but I'm like, I love you and your work. And when Kelly called me for the opportunity, I was like, absolutely, like let's make it happen. So thank you for being on the show.
Oh, thank you.
And I want to thank Sin too. Sin is sitting in.
Absolutely. I'm so glad to be here. Like this, I'm a big, huge fan.
Well,
I was here doing the Bronze Lens Film Festival.
Okay.
And that went really well. It was last weekend, and they honored me with.
Oh, did they?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Guess what? As
What?
legendary superstar.
You better live. Wow.
Thank you, Bronze Lens.
I know, you're
Love
so
it.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. And there were other ladies there too.
Okay.
Among them was Carol Boone Isaacs, who's the president of the Motion Picture Academy.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was glad to meet her.
Yeah.
And Julie Dash, the director, film director. You know, she got the award for Daughters of the.
I think.
Y'all know, yeah. I'm sure people know, but anyway, it was a lovely affair.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard about it. It was the talk of the town, and I kind of forgot about it. Look at me in radio, I forgot about
It
it.
wasn't just that day. It was like the whole
weekend,
weekend.
right.
And they had some wonderful films, which I didn't get a chance to see. A lot of short films. And people were very supportive. And we've got a lot of young filmmakers
Yes, we do.
now
Yes,
that are
we do.
good.
Yes.
They are good. Hallelujah.
Yes, and I know a couple guys here that are, into doing films and actually asked me to be in one. And at first I was thinking like, me? Why me? I'm acting and stuff. And he's like, no, you're going to play this mother. And I'm a mother, but I was like, how old is my child? Because, it do be looking like, because I look young, whatever.
Sure.
But I did it. I love the opportunity, but it made me respect real actors and actresses that hone in on the craft. So when you watch it, you believe like, oh my God, that's sister. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, that's Mary Jane's mother. It makes you believe that. And I felt like it was an honor to do it, but I started critiquing myself like I should have did that. And I didn't look real when I said that.
But what's really good is when you look at it yourself as the actor, knowing that you waited maybe 7 hours before you even started.
Yeah.
And if now it's 4:30 in the morning, you've been there since 8 o'clock at night, and then you've got the burden of looking good.
Right.
Then when they look like whatever, it's like, oh, that's character. But if a woman looks like that, it's like, no, she didn't.
Right.
Go back to makeup. Somebody come back to makeup. Hair and makeup again.
Yeah.
That burden, it's too bad. But film is wonderful, and I'm so happy that I didn't give up in my career.
Yes, and
I'm so happy too.
Yeah, and speaking of that, just going back some, because as I, got your bio, like I said, a lot of us know you from The Color Purple and forward, and then when you get the bio and you see a lot more, like you were a teacher.
Absolutely.
Teaching, for you started with first grade, and then, you had a thing for at-risk kids, and then seeing that you were discovered or Clint Eastwood song.
Yes.
So when you go Clint Eastwood,
And that
oh my
was
God.
about 25 years before Color Purple. So it's like,
wow.
but can you imagine how lucky I was? Because there's so many wonderful, talented actors of color, and it just takes that one break to get a role. Because Color Purple was 35 years ago, at least 30 years.
Right, and when I think about that, I was like,
some of you weren't even in Babyland.
Yeah. I was.
But I mean,
I was
right there, but now people think that's the first big thing I did,
Right.
which was. But it took me 25 years in the business, to get that break.
Right.
So let's see, 25, maybe it was 20, maybe 20 years in the business. You get to get these numbers added up.
I know. It was just a long time ago.
Oh,
But you know,
man.
that's important because as I was interviewing on their show and they're looking up to me, and I'm saying, even with me, this is not what I set out to do. I was behind the scenes, and I worked with Lisa Ray. I was saying as a personal assistant at first, and I was cool with that. And then it's like God has something planned for you differently. He starts to push you that way. So then it was radio, and so I say that to say is people have such a long history of things they've done that we don't know about until you do interviews or you see a movie where it's a biography where they're talking about their lives. So I didn't know all that, and I'm like, wow. Just to show that you're not new to this. You've been doing this a long time.
Right. Yeah, but I say to people starting out, know your craft, learn your craft, because you've got to make it look easy under every circumstance that there is. Whether you're tired or whether you're cold, and the scene is saying that you're
Warm.
warm.
And
Like
cold.
Color Purple,
Yes.
when you see that snow scene. It wasn't cold. It was like over 100 degrees, and I was wearing like a raccoon coat or something. We had 4 people to have to go to the hospital from heat exhaustion that day.
I thought it was winter.
And I would during that scene when I'm wearing that coat, and the makeup was so thick, the age makeup was so thick that a gnat would like get
stuck in
it, and you could feel it trying to get out. And the camera's going, you don't want to spoil the scene, and you're trying to stay in character.
Well, he said didn't have HD back then, so he couldn't just zoom in and see the neck.
But you're thinking, oh my God, or I hope I'm not sweating. It's supposed to be cold.
Yes.
So, but that takes focus,
Yes.
and you can't do that unless you've learned it. So people, all y'all out there who want to be into acting, come on. Longevity is learning your craft.
Yes, yes, and now that I'm in radio, and I also associate produce the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. So being over there is like it got me ready for this, because when this opportunity fell in my lap, I really wasn't ready per se. And then when it happened, I was like, okay, let me take what I'm learning over here and apply it over here. So yeah, definitely. Now people say you look so comfortable. I'm like, it's practice, it's routine, it's constantly doing it. And so Cinnamon is also coming up, and she's doing radio, she's doing some acting herself.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I know that it is very, I've done, so far the acting I've done has been, I've done a commercial, and then I've also done a play where I was the lead character. So I was in like almost every scene except for like 2.
Oh, so you know how theater is.
Oh,
And
yes.
if you train for stage, you can always do film, and it's not vice versa. A lot of film actors cannot do stage.
Wow.
I'm training for a role now on stage. We're going
Okay.
to do Glass Menagerie, and we're hoping that it will be in Ohio. We don't have the exact date yet. But there are about 12 one-page monologues.
Oh, man.
And there's all kinds of dialogue. And when you make a mistake, you can't say did I.
Cut. There's no cut.
We
There's no
cut where we are.
There's no cut. You just got to keep on rolling.
Absolutely. And your voice
Projection
has to be
Yes.
without it sounding as though you are shouting.
Yes.
But you got, so it's a whole different technique from stage acting to film acting, and I try to keep a balance because you can't talk like this when you're on. When you're, and because I can be on the set for Mary Jane, and sometimes the actor is sitting right next to me, and I can't hear what he's saying. and I'm saying, is that my bad ear? Is that my good ear? I don't hear nothing, but I know what he's supposed to be saying, so I just respond.
Oh, wow.
But you can't do that
when
on
you're live
stage.
in front of people.
You got to hit that last person in the row pay for that ticket, and
Exactly.
they want to hear you.
Yeah. And speaking of being Mary Jane, which I am a fan of that show because it's so
Thank you.
real.
It's so real.
It's so real.
Our
I love it.
heroes are the writers.
Yes.
The writers
Yeah.
make a show. Mara Akil and Shalim Akil. We no longer have them. They're with Warner Brothers now.
Oh, okay. Well, like before we go on, it's like,
I just read that they're going to be doing a sitcom.
Oh.
And so, but hey, we got some good writers, and
Okay.
we got a high bar.
Yeah, to say,
You do now.
We're gonna do
You're gonna do it.
because
We're
we
gonna
don't
do
want to lose our audience. We want to gain. So y'all
Yes.
just keep watching us.
Yes, I love the realness
And you know
of
my
it.
character
too.
has lupus.
Yes.
So I represent the
Yes.
lupus population,
Yes.
and I'm giving it all I got because you know that African American women have more lupus
Than any other.
I
than
have a
any
friend that's
other
affected
group.
by it. I actually have a friend that just passed away from it, just a few months ago.
Oh, see, that is sad. And
Yeah.
so we need to have more awareness about that disease. And one of the problems with it is that it's hard to diagnose. People
Okay.
don't know they have it. Doctors, it just really baffles them.
Yeah.
So the common thread about it is that it will affect your energy level.
Yes.
Fatigue is a common thread.
Okay.
So,
But I'm thinking like, what the
so
hell?
if you see, me in Mary Jane as Helen Patterson, a lot of times you'll see me just so tired.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
because I know when it first came on, you had the scarf on and everything.
Yeah.
Tired and
Then you
hungry.
got up
She was
there,
tired
you
and
got back
hungry,
up,
though.
and I think your husband had something. You
When she
showed
was-
up. Because that
when she
woman was
put that
trying to
blue
light
wig
on
on,
you.
and she was like, "Hold on now,
Right,
hold on,
right,
hold on. I got this."
But it comes and goes, and that's the tricky and maybe devastating part about lupus because you think it might be gone forever, but it will come back. So that's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, and it's always good to talk about different conditions like that because, like, if you don't have it or know anyone directly affected by it, you kind of like, I heard about lupus, but I don't know it. So being able to, at least know something because you don't know, like you said, I didn't know it was from. One of the signs is fatigue because that's something to pay attention. Am I just tired or am I tired? You know what I mean?
Right.
Knowing that those symptoms definitely help.
And when people have it, you just don't know because they don't show it when they're not fatigued. And I've worked with people within the school system with children and not knowing that they had lupus and the next, maybe I've left that school and go back and say, I want to just say hello to so-and-so. And then they say, so-and-so's no longer with us. She passed of lupus. And I'm thinking, what?
Right. Didn't even know.
It's real. Like this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had a friend that I went to high school with actually, and thank God for social networking and social media because I found out actually it wasn't even a couple months ago. It was about 3-4 weeks ago where I
Oh,
found
my
out that she
goodness.
passed away.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
left, she has a child behind and so left a child behind and so forth. So it's major. Like I literally I hadn't spoken to her in a little while outside of social media, but it still it hurt though.
Yeah,
to see someone that that just because like you said, when you don't think about it and so forth and you don't feel like it affects you because you don't know anyone that has it and so forth, but then when you find out someone does have it and then something drastic happens, it's like OMG, then you start looking into it to where
So when you hear of a lupus walk or run or whatever, please participate.
Yeah.
Even if you just go out there and have the T-shirt on, but we have to raise the awareness of it because it is a very mysterious and cruel disease.
Yeah, and I have a network called the Live 365 Empowerment Network, and we empower in business, faith, family, finances, all the different areas. And I say that there's a lady in there that does, and you don't really think about this either, she does sign languages. She does sign language. And you go to church, you see it, but she's taking it a step further for, teaching it and women in business and all that because there's an audience, she said, that's not being tapped into because you don't think that you should have an interpreter there. And so just having different women, that can bring awareness to different things that's going on or even just business opportunities because how many people say, I'm going for sign language. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just because there are deaf people and a lot of them miss out on things because they don't have that there. So with the lupus, and you make me want to ask, is anyone in the group that may suffer from that or know somebody that suffers from that or better yet know more about it and we can share that?
Right. And lupus, the whole family, it's like when anyone is ill in a family, it affects everybody.
Yes.
Everybody is
absolutely.
affected.
Absolutely.
So, but I do notice about the sign language, I have seen that on television now they have the written word.
Yeah, they have caption and stuff. But
Caption.
like she said, like
Sometimes
if
that
you go
helps.
to say you're having a business workshop or you're having an actors workshop, you're doing one. It may be some deaf people that want to come because there may be a role where they can, I don't know how it works in Hollywood with that, but I'm just saying there's different things that go on that I can't go because nobody thought about bringing someone.
Right,
So
yeah.
that's what she's saying is that there's so many opportunity for certain business owners maybe to have those people be a part of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I want to talk about Mary Jane a little bit and stuff.
Okay.
Because Mary Jane,
All right.
when is it coming back on?
Okay, we start shooting next month, September. So
Okay.
that means
Next year.
that probably like around
Man, I was already
January.
getting ready to set my DVR.
And I have
everything.
no idea what's happening with my character, you know.
Oh,
So,
spoiler alert.
You can't even give us a little bit of tea.
no,
nothing.
all I know is that Nisi, who plays
Your daughter.
my
Mhm.
daughter, she
Okay.
she got what when they shoot you, the police shoot you.
Oh,
with the
tase.
mace.
Oh yes,
Tase.
yes. When she
Yeah,
was
that's the
tasered.
way. That's the way they ended it.
Oh,
So I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, I don't know if you ever watch Game of Thrones.
I haven't, but I heard
I
everybody
haven't-
loves
I haven't
it.
either, but I
Those
heard that it's
actors-
juicy.
Those actors got up on stage, I think it was about a year ago or a few months ago, to get an award, and they were just talking about how happy they were because they said because they don't know from week to week whose head's going to get cut off. So
I know.
so I said, you know, it's like any TV series. You don't know what's
Right.
going to happen until
They're like, we're going to kill you
you
off.
read the script, because I'll always remember Ted Danson's story, who did Cheers. A lot of people
I know
didn't
Ted
see that.
Danson.
You
I know
remember
somebody-
Cheers, and he's done other series. But Cheers was on for years.
Yeah.
And he was driving out of Paramount Studios. At the gate, the security guard said, "I'm sorry about your series." So the security guard knew about it, and he didn't.
Right.
So
But I heard that story with.
It's a
Am I
cold
talking about the
business.
same person? What's the guy that played on I Dream of Jeannie? Is that the same guy? Remember the major? I mean the I Dream of Jeannie. Do
I
you
know
remember
you're
that?
talking about. I know
Remember
you're talking
her? The guy was in the army. I can't think of his name because he played J.R. Ewing in Dallas.
oh, okay.
But whatever his
Okay.
name is, that I read that about his story too. Is that he was drinking a lot and things like that. And he went on vacation and he came back and they had shut the I Dream of Jeannie down.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, so
boy.
it sounds like that.
because of the drinking?
He was
Oh.
drinking. He was just like, I guess when actors just get so belligerent and just kind of
It
crazy and
wasn't
stuff like that.
a Charlie Sheen story, was
No, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. It was the guy.
No, that kind of thing.
Oh.
Just got out of
It just
hand.
said seemed like he was out of hand. Then he went on to do Dallas, where he was J.R. Ewing and stuff like that. But it's just like you said, sad. You don't know. You come back like, okay. Then it's like I get.
How you get high on your day off?
And then you read that, oh, I'm dead.
Right.
Now you're almost married. I don't want to play up until I'm dead. You know.
Right.
Yeah. So it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be great because it has thus far,
Yeah, well-
and it's so funny because when you take the break, you get a break, and then but you come back, then you got to film. Then it's like next year. So it seems like it's been gone for a minute.
Yeah, but
know.
my last shot was in May, and I say shot, I mean shooting, you know.
Right.
Was May of 2015.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So that's over a year.
Yeah.
So if you
Wow.
feel anxious, you know we actors feel anxious.
Right. Like we coming back, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like being Mary Jane. Now that's one show, and I'm not big like Game of Thrones. I hear about it all the time. I started with The Walking Dead, and I just can't
I
keep
watch
up
Walking
with.
Dead.
I can't
Like,
keep
this
up.
is so
So I
big.
miss about 4, and I'm like, forget it.
Yeah.
So, but with being Mary Jane, it could be like, what time is it? Oh my God! And so I had to sit here.
I binged. I mean, I had missed a couple of episodes of the last season, so I binged on Netflix. I was like, oh, that's on there.
Yeah.
And the time is tricky because what time it comes on in LA
Yeah.
and the time it comes on in New York, it's
Mhm.
7 o'clock in LA
Mm.
if you have DirecTV.
Yep, you
But
see it
it's
with
10
Eastern
o'clock.
time.
It's 10 o'clock in New York.
Yeah, because here it's 10.
So I've missed it one time. I thought I was waiting for the time, waiting,
Right.
and I missed it because it came on at 7.
Oh wow.
So seeing yourself, just all the
Yes.
things that you've done, and you're still doing it. You're
Oh,
still
thank you.
doing
It's
it.
a blessing.
Yes.
It's a blessing.
How do you feel when you see that? It's like,
Well, just lucky because when I walk on the Mary Jane set, as I was saying last weekend at the Bronze Lens, I'm, 20, 30, 40, and maybe even 50 years older than some of the people walking around on the set.
yeah,
So I said, well, Lord, thank you that I can still
Yes.
memorize.
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and I love the business so that once I can't memorize, hey, give me a script and I'll just play readings.
right. Because I saw that with who was that? We were what movie? I think Jason Bourne, the newest one.
Okay.
And what's his name? Tommy Lee.
I haven't seen it yet. But I know it's
Tommy Lee. I can't think of his last name, but he's gotten older. You know, like Al Pacino and that. And you see him, or even the guy that played oh my God, Anthony Hopkins.
Okay.
He played in the some movie I watched, but they're older, and so they be just on point, and you still believe it. And I'm like, that's a blessing, because of course as we get older, we kind of lose our mobility or elasticity or even some, your mind. Because even now I'm 44, but my eyes, I be like, wait a minute, I need to get glasses.
So, I do need reading glasses.
Yeah, me too. So to be able to, like you say, memorize the lines, and you're playing. Like you have lupus, that takes that coordination of my mind,
you gotta take on that role, like you gotta
But that's all with training, folks. It's all with training. It doesn't just happen overnight.
So, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, like, when you're taking on like different roles and so forth, if it's a role that you've never played before, do you go into training specifically for that role, or do you kind of like just take everything you know and be like, you know what, I'm playing a lupus character this time, so I know I've got to be sick.
Well, you want it to be real, because my mother, she, bless her heart, she was a nurse, and there would be so many things going on in a doctor's episode, and the nurses would do something, she'd say, oh, that would never happen, da, da, da. So you want the audience who's engaged with you to have the reality.
Right.
So if you have lupus, you don't want to see me doing things that a lupus person would not do.
Right.
So I've researched it.
And
I was so happy that Mara, then they did choose the thread, as I said earlier, of fatigue, because it affects everybody differently. I can't do everything how it would affect people, but I do try to show that I'm tired.
Right.
And if you're tired, maybe you could get cranky,
irritable,
you're not able to do what you used to do, so you might take it out, lash it out on somebody. We know that about anyone that we know that's ill, that's on medication. Even medication can change your personality. And then you wind up taking medication for the side effects of the medication.
For the side effects of the side
medication,
effects.
right? Side effects for the side effects.
Yeah, and I love your character as a mom, because you are a disciplinarian still.
Yeah, and tired of him in my house.
Yeah, and you keep it real. And we can relate.
You know what?
We can relate, because your mom.
Like that.
That's how I feel about my sons. They're 18 to 25, and I'm thinking, now I see what my mother was talking about. But it's like you play, well, not play the role, but the realness of how you are as a mother. And it was like, well, women back then raised sons, and they were men. You know what I mean? And then I know that the transition now, women raising sons now, and they like, or whatever, or just not, they don't know the role of a man. What advice would you give young mothers, or just this new generation of women raising kids, period, not just sons?
If they could find someone that they respect, to help them, because there are all kinds of different families. When I studied psychologist, and I do have a license, I am a licensed psychologist.
Okay.
There are all kinds of families. The most important thing about a family is that there's love and caringness. They're heterosexual families. There are families of
same-sex
whatever, same-sex. And we can't judge anyone until you know who they are.
Right. Yeah.
Because I have seen more love in a lot of those families. So, but your question was, what can you tell them? I think raising a child alone is the hardest thing you can do.
Yes.
Because, we used to, when we didn't move away from where we lived and going to other states, you had family right there on the same block. That could help you. Now,
takes a village.
You're right. To have to pay for every time you leave the house a babysitter, and you're not making that much money anyway, that's hard. And then the system doesn't help you. If you leave that child to go to the laundromat, you could get
locked up.
Yeah. And the way we were disciplined, my disciplinarian was, you get a switch off the tree.
Yep.
And Margaret Shug,
I grew up old-fashioned.
Margaret Shug,
well,
you know
I
how to do that. Pick,
Yeah.
whip, and I didn't do it again. Now you look like you want to hit your child.
They like, I'm calling the police, or I'm going to hit you back.
It is just so crazy now.
Yes.
So it's, I say let's try to get a village, because I raised my daughter alone in L.A. and L.A. to me was not a child family friendly city.
Yeah.
Everything you do
Yeah, I grew
has
up
to
in
be
LA.
paid. That's why I love Atlanta, because you do have a lot of parks, and
Yes.
you can go there for concerts.
So many community activities.
Yeah.
There's, you've got the
Mhm.
museum, which
Complimentary.
isn't that much. You've got, honey, I know about the senior citizen discount. You've got the children discounts, and it makes, and you've got decent transportation if you're in the city. Now I know if you're way out of Fulton
Gwinnett County somewhere.
yeah, that's a whole nother subject, but it's hard.
Yeah.
But I empathize with it, and that's why I am voting for Hillary, because she has touched upon a lot of these issues that not mothers of color just, but mothers in general.
Yeah.
She has related to the difficulty and challenges that we have trying to live in this society as
Yeah.
it is today.
Yeah, and I'm from Chicago, and that's I like Atlanta because to me it's like the best of both worlds. You know, it's city-ish, and then it has the southern, because my parents are from Mississippi. So you know, and then we lived in Chicago. So you get like, if you want to go out in the city, it's like, hey, it's in the city life. But then if you live on the outskirts, or you know, depending where you are, it's so beautiful. The landscape here is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Traffic sucks.
I never seen so much greenery until I
Yeah,
came
that's
from
why I said I
South.
love the
was like,
greenery.
oh my
So when I
gosh.
visit Chicago and I go, just 3 days and I'm going home, and they're like, you act like you don't like Chicago. I represent, and this is where I'm from. I'm not coming back to live because I like where I am, and this may not be the last stop, but I know I have a peace of mind here. And then I had 2 sons from in Chicago. I said I just don't. They can get killed anywhere,
And you
but
have
I
to
just
think
don't want to
of
put
that.
them
You
in
have
that
to think
position.
of that, because I only have the daughter, and I think, wow, if I had a son, what would I say to him? You know, it's because first I thought, hey, when the police stop you, don't give them any problems. But
Nowadays,
somebody's
Don't have to give them no problem.
They could just be having a bad day, and it's that shit.
and
there
they
you go.
still did. And I'm thinking, good Lord,
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
scary it is.
And the video cameras don't seem not to mean anything because
They turn
you
them
can
off.
see
They
everything
come
going
up
on the camera, and they'll still get.
And
Or they turn them off, somehow they're malfunctioning.
I'm talking about
They're
cameras from. I just saw a video on my friend's page where the police was stopping a guy, and there was a camera from a building, and even though he was on the ground, it was kicking him and punching him and stuff. And I was like, they don't get it.
So what I feel is that we, instead of talking about all these people out there, we have to know who is on the city council. We have to know how are our police officers selected. What do they have? What kind of requirements do they have?
Right.
What is their background? Are they members of any kind of anti-Semitic group?
Yeah.
We need to be involved, and involvement is power.
Yeah.
And that's going to help to create the change. And the other thing I want to say is that we've got these elections coming up.
Yes.
And we're
Vote,
people
vote,
of
vote.
color. We're good for voting for president. But what we really need to be concentrating on is what the opposition is concentrating on, and that's not on their president backing him. They're backing their members running for Congress and
Right.
for the Senate. You have to think of those positions as Indians. Those are the Indians that support the chief. Our President Obama was a lame duck that second term because we got out and voted for president, but we didn't get out and vote for the Indians, our Congress and
Makes
Senate.
so much sense.
They're the ones that support the
Yes.
agenda.
Yes.
So if we don't get that change, we're going to have a lame duck president,
Yeah.
regardless.
Yeah. And Trump
So-
is just not the option.
And Arizona,
Oh, no.
Arizona's already having that election.
Oh, are they?
Senator McCain is already running. I think it's today. So we need to know, when is that election, people, in every state.
Yeah.
Every state. Go on my Instagram. If you're in Michigan, go on my Instagram. Margaret Shug Avery. SHUG. Margaret Shug Avery. Ain't no sugar in it. Ain't no sugar in it. That's what I say. People be writing SUG Sug, Sug, whatever. But I have their.
Say that one more time, because I'm like the listeners out there. I'm trying to plug in right now, so I need you to say that one more time, so I can go ahead and get that in one more time.
And I don't mind you following me either, because young people don't follow old people. But I'm interesting. I do exercise, and I
go ahead.
Yeah, she came in. No, she came in dancing.
Give us your information again. Go ahead.
And so, but I want you,
Margaret.
if you can follow me, I'd love that, because I'm the lowest one on the Mary Jane cast with these little.
What?
I think I have like.
Oh,
I think I only have. It's taken me a year and a half to get 20,000, and that's nothing for an actor.
What's this?
I should have at least 50 or 60,000.
What is it?
Margaret MarGaret dot I'm sorry, on Instagram. Margaret Shug Avery.
This you?
SHUG. Yeah.
Okay. You got 22.
Yeah, I got 22 and a half, and it's hard.
That's a lot.
It's hard.
I ain't know where
I be trying.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I'm on Facebook.
I'm now following too. I'm following right now.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you. Everybody out there, thank you.
Yes, follow her.
Yes.
Margaret, and Facebook is Margaret Avery or Margaret Shug Avery. And I'm on Twitter. I'll be more active on Twitter once Mary Jane starts.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and follow you on Twitter too, because I for one believe in maximizing your opportunities.
Thank you.
So I use all channels for everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow you on Twitter as well.
Let me tell you why this is important. Because I'll go on an interview, and I've heard that actors have gotten a job based on how their following is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I said, Lord have mercy, let me get my following up. Y'all,
Right.
if you love me, follow me.
So what are you
Somebody
on
said,
Twitter?
I
What are you
love
on
your
Twitter?
voice.
On Twitter, you are
Margaret Avery or Margaret Shug Avery.
okay.
A lot of people are giving you love over here.
Oh,
we just put
thank
it there.
you.
Look at that. They say they love you. Let me get that out of here.
Is it this one right here? So is it Margaret Avery?
Margaret Shug Avery. Okay. Oh, is that for Twitter?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's me. That's me.
Okay, so for those of you that didn't hear her on Twitter, she is at Margaret Avery 85. That's MargaretAvery 85. Make sure y'all follow her, man. We gotta
She said
support.
you're gorgeous.
We gotta support.
I didn't put no makeup on y'all.
Yeah, I say how beautiful she is. This is how women want to look. Let me show y'all.
I just wanna.
This is how you want to look.
Yes.
This is how
Thank
you.
you.
Absolutely,
Yes,
I'd
absolutely.
rather have the followers and having look good.
You know both.
I'm
Follow her.
gonna shout you out. I'm gonna make sure I have a large audience. I'm gonna make sure I shout you
Yeah,
out.
me
We
too.
gotta-
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We got
Yes.
you.
All right, people.
She has another interview. She is a busy woman. We are so glad that
Well,
you
thank you,
could stop
thank
by.
you.
This is an honor to me.
Yes.
We have a lot of guests because I like to have on what I call silent giants, people that are doing great things that don't get a platform, but I like to sprinkle in
Okay.
people like this.
Well,
This
can
is-
I just give everybody love, and I want all of the young people to just believe in yourself, get your education,
Yes.
go after what you want,
Yes.
and sometimes I know that I know that it's hard not having a partner that you like.
Yeah.
But don't settle. Don't let nobody treat you bad.
Yes.
And you be happy just because you with somebody.
Right.
Because when you pursue what you want, God will send you somebody when you least expect it.
Amen.
Yes.
Work
Amen.
on you. Work
Yes.
on you.
Yes.
Receive.
And let me tell you this. Don't think you can hook up with somebody and change them.
Yeah.
I get so tired of women thinking they can change
Yes.
somebody. Only person you can change is
Yourself.
yourself.
That's
Yes,
right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And don't be hooking up with somebody that you're gonna have to motivate to do this. You can't be marrying your son or daughter.
I heard that.
No.
You can't raise a man.
That's right. That's right.
You want him to bring something to the
Let
table.
him
trying to
be
tell you.
motivated. And I'm not saying that you got to have somebody with a lot of money or whatever. It's how that person treats you, man or woman.
Yes.
If they make you feel good and make you feel valuable to them, then that's probably the right one.
I know that's
Yeah.
right.
You don't need nobody. He could be ugly.
Hold on. You
So is ugly.
But when somebody treats you right, makes you feel good, honey, you start they start looking good to you.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
That
You
is
know
true.
what? And
She's like, I had an ugly boyfriend.
but that's so true though, because it's like the when you evolve as a person and you kind of see things differently and you like look at things in different perspectives, you learn that a lot of times the physical attributes of a person does not necessarily mean that they are attracted to you.
Yeah.
That's
Attractive
right. That's
to
right.
you. You know what I mean? So it's like sometimes it may be that person that may not be all that good physically, but if they make you feel good and they're saying all the
Absolutely.
right things and doing what
And
they're supposed to
sincere
do,
too, not
it's
no bull, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
But,
yes.
but really,
That's that-
you know,
yes, that's
and
that
look
word.
out for who their friends are and how they treat
They
their mama.
mama.
Absolutely.
Yes.
How they treat their mom and
Yes.
listen to them. Because I heard somebody years ago, a psychologist said, a man will tell you where he's coming from within 5 minutes of the conversation if you are listening.
Yeah.
But we tend to listen and hear what we want to hear.
Selective listening.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I don't mind you going out now. I just had to get that in.
No, I appreciate it because I'm saying it's such a different generation now, and people are doing stuff out of desperation.
Yeah.
Now you got this thing called side chicks, which was called
Oh, my
mistresses
God.
back then. But women are like okay with
Okay
it.
with
And
like,
it's
I don't gotta be his main chick. I ain't worried about it as long as he like. I'm like,
Yeah.
really?
And you don't have to be looking like no hoochie mama
Yeah.
to get somebody.
Exactly.
Right.
You want to have something that he feels like you can have
Whatever
a nice
hoochie
shape.
mama mean. What does that mean? I'm using it because I know how it's
Hoochie
been
mama, what else they say?
Hoes.
Like
That's what they say nowadays.
Ooh, yeah.
That's what they call them nowadays.
Yeah.
No disrespect or anything.
Yeah.
That's what they say nowadays. They call them hoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't have to
Loose
look
girls.
Like that.
Loose, there you go. Loose
Loose girls,
goosey.
yeah.
Fast. Real fast.
You're gonna attract what you put out there.
Yeah.
You attract what you exude. You
Right,
attract what you
right.
exude.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
All right, I love you all.
Yes.
Thank you so
Facebook.
much.
It's such an honor to be on this. Like, I'm
I
so
know.
Thank
glad.
you for
Like,
following me.
So we don't have a date yet. So we know that Mary Jane is set to start filming. So guys, we gotta wait till next year, but just know that it's going to be great as it has always been, and definitely support her, definitely follow her. I'm saying she's a legend,
Thank you.
doing
Definitely.
great things and still doing it. So like she said, people that's not thinking that you can accomplish your dreams, look at, she's living a living legend to show you that you can go as far as you take yourself, and then keep your faith there, keep God first, and just know that you got to believe in yourself. The quote I said today about stop giving people your power, because you can allow them to drain from you, and then whatever you were going to do, you'll stop doing it. So keep going, keep growing, keep doing great things. And I want you to give your social media again.
yes, please do.
Okay,
For Twitter and Instagram.
Okay, for Instagram, it's Margaret Shug Avery. SHUG is the Avery. And I learned how to do that little circle
The
thing.
@ sign.
Yeah, I got that.
That's how you find people.
That's all.
For Facebook and Twitter, it's Margaret Avery, Margaret Shug Avery. You can either one of those.
At Twitter, I saw Margaret Avery 85.
Okay, that's one of them. All
Okay,
right.
that's her. So
Just find me, y'all.
Yeah.
Just
Fine.
find her. You know. When you see her, you will know.
yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Cinnamon.
Oh,
and you too. We got a girls' time. We got a girls' time. My boyfriend only sits in, but he's golfing.
With
With his company,
In this Pinky up.
I know, right?
Pinky
Something,
up.
yeah.
Pinky up.
So, I had to come. The show had to go on because he was like, "Can you reschedule?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
Okay.
So we are here, and I'm thankful
Well,
to
I
have
thank you.
here.
My
Yes.
flight is out tomorrow, so I
Yes.
appreciate
Yes.
you being able to
Absolutely.
accommodate me.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Anytime you're back, once Mary Jane is ready to premiere, please come back.
I will.
So maybe we get a little couple of
I will.
spoilers or something.
Yeah,
but definitely we want to support.
Spill a little bit of
Thank
just a
you.
little bit, couple of driblets.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So Cinnamon, would you give them your social media and all that? And she is the co-host of Benny Pitts on the Pit Stop. So she was so gracious to sit in with me today. So I want you to support her and follow her. She is in radio. She is
Thank you.
acting. She is.
Host.
I love her voice, and she
Thank
has
you.
a great energy. So we want to support people like that, and
Yeah.
then she'll give the love back.
Yes, appreciate that, everybody, man. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. That's cinnamon_success. Let me spell it for you because I know you're not gonna get it, but that's okay because I spell it differently anyway.
Okay.
SINNA SINNA_success. That's SINNAMEN_success on Instagram. And if you look up at Cinnamon, the way that I spelled it on any social media network, you will find me. Yes.
Okay, you talking so fast. I want to make sure you. I can't hear that fast, but they got it.
They got it. Yes.
I do mine a little slower. I go. You can find me at The Real Stacey J on all social media, and it is STACEY. That's how I spell my Stacey. So The Real Stacey J. If you want to learn more about the Live 365 Empowerment Network, our website is getting built for some wonderful things. That's live365empowermentnetwork.com. And on Facebook, we are the same thing, Live365 empowermentnetwork.com. So come over and talk with us, chat with us, and see some great things that we have going on empowering women holistically.
Yes. Wow.
Thank you. We'll be back next week to the Inspirational Lifestyle, Stacey J, and I guess Dre will be back. So same time next week. We'll see you then.
Bye.
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get jealous.
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
Side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
StarHitRadio.com.